All right, finally we're live. All right. Yeah, I didn't know. I like I kept pressing going live, but for some reason, like something weird was happening. But yeah, guys, how's it going, my amazing subscribers and viewers? It's your boy Johnny, and today I will be live reacting to Club America versus Cruz Azul. If you want to join me, make sure to join in via the link to the of the no wait via the link that I have posted on in the comment section. I'm not sure if Adam that 2025 is gonna join me today, but yeah, so the match hasn't started yet. I believe the players are about to enter they're about to enter the stadium, but I'm excited, bro. America has to win this match. And Cruz Azul so far, as y'all can see. Oh wait, y'all haven't seen. All right, so basically, Toluca just finished beating Atlas 3 goals to 2. And here are the formations. Club America playing with Luis Angel Malagón as the goalkeeper, Christian Borja the left back, for center back Cáceres, Ramon Juarez, right back Israel Reyes, Chiquito Sanchez, Fidalgo, and Jonathan Dos Santos playing as centers. Brian Rodriguez playing left wing. Sendejas playing right wing, and Davila is playing center striker. All right. All right, so it looks like Adam is going to be joining us today. Let's go. Jeez. And for Cruz Azul, they're going to be playing with a 3-5-2 with Mier being their goalkeeper, center backs, Dita, Piovi, Orozco, their midfield lineup, Jorge Sanchez, Rodriguez, Rivero, Lira, Rotondi, and for their two strikers, Altiva Sepulveda and Fernandez. And those are the lineups for well, that's the lineup for both teams. As I said, America has to win this match if they want to maintain their leadership in the first, well, being in first place. They're playing home, so I hope this brings them motivation. But yeah, I believe that Adam is about to join. By the way, guys, if any of y'all want to join my stream, well, actually be part of it, click in the link. I have posted it on the comment section, where you just basically have to sign into your Google account and you'll be set. And right now they're just showing basically the previous game, which occurred on Tuesday, which it was a very sad day. And then I got this comment saying, "Don't." All right, we have Adam. How's it going, Adam?
Hold on, can you hear me? Hold on. Sorry,
I just noticed that I had my laptop volume down. So yeah, how are you, Adam?
I'm good, bro. Like the Derby. Yes, this is one of the biggest fixtures in Mexican football. Honestly, like the part three, of course. This is the best Clasico. This is the best Derby.
Yeah, I'd say as of now, this is America's best clásico. Like, this is their best derby. Like Chivas, forget about that. It's already in the past.
Yeah, honestly, it just feels like the same. Remember when last season, when Barcelona kind of dropped off, it's similar. The
Yeah,
Madrid derby kind of was more entertaining last season than El Clasico. You remember?
Yeah, dude, and this is a must-win game for Club America.
Exactly. And did you saw that another rivalry today between Tigres and Monterrey?
I
Monterrey
think
could
I believe it was Monterrey who won. Hold on, wait, let me check. Oh
Monterrey
no, Tigres
capitulated.
made a comeback. Yeah,
They
Tigres made
came
a
back
comeback.
in stoppage time. Monterrey capitulated. They
That's
they
crazy.
collapsed.
And then how couldn't Pumas get the job done against Juarez? And then Chivas, they tied 1-1.
1-1 Mazatlan and
And
Pachuca.
that's crazy because they got two red cards.
Yeah, there was so much chaos. Pachuca 5, Necaxa 3. What a banger.
That match was a banger, yeah.
Rondon hat trick. But yeah, this is the best rivalry in Mexico City. Honestly, this is the real Mexico City derby, not the Clásico Capital leader.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this on Univision as well. I love this rivalry.
Yeah, I'm watching it on Univision too.
Univision to then, yes, this
Bro,
rivalry is
you see, I told you if they didn't sub out Diego Valdez for Ernesto Araujo, America could have just taken the victory over Cruz Azul on Tuesday.
yeah, exactly. And plus, but there's a problem. Not, and no, it has nothing to do with the derby, but, but you want to know something?
Uh,
Why is Monterrey and Pumas not taking those opportunities?
I'm not sure, dude. Honestly,
They need to
Puma.
give
I
us
feel like Pumas had the potential to beat Juarez. I'm shocked they even tied 0-0.
like they shouldn't, honestly, because I want Chivas out, and that's gonna be hard because Pumas they still gotta play Tigres away, and Chivas do
True.
have Atlas, and that's going Tigres. We all know they're inconsistent. Of course, they'll show up against Monterrey, but you will never know. And I just want
Yeah,
Chivas
but
out, so Telemundo, so for those tiers,
yeah,
Chivas.
but according to the standings right now, Chivas
Right.
slides in 12th place, right below Mazatlan, but they're tied in points. And then
Mm-hmm.
Pumas are in 10th place, barely making it to the repechaje. And if they play repechaje, they're gonna play against Monterrey, which honestly I expected more of Monterrey this season. And then Necaxa versus Juarez, which to me Necaxa is obviously taking the lead, even though they're saying that this tournament, no wait, that this season for Juarez has been pretty solid.
But yeah, but yeah, one thing I will say this about this derby, they're going on in full force.
Yeah.
The two teams,
Yeah, but America wants to win this match though. They have to actually.
even though they haven't filled up the stadium, it should be filled because honestly, everyone wants to see this derby.
Yeah, because I don't think America in their history have gone three straight derbies, or like three straight consecutive matches against their opponents where they don't win at least one. So this is their opportunity.
That's true. And then you see Kevin Muir. I see that Bogusz is on the bench, the Polish guy.
Yeah.
Might even know, but yeah, this is why this game it has to be intense. It has to be with the dirty fouls, just like any other city derby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and then did you hear that Leuven Hacker,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um,
He passed away.
former coach of Real Madrid, Ajax, Club America, and Guadalajara, he
A lot
passed
of
away.
players. He passed away, which is really sad.
Yeah,
Really.
rest in peace. Cause his America, like I watched kind of like a documentary of his like Club America, and I heard that like he had a really good season. Just that halfway through the season, there was like some miscommunication between him and the main board of America, and he had to leave early
Mhm.
in early season. All right, the match has officially begun, and Club America is kicking things off.
And then like, I know some of my family wasn't there, but like, I'm kind of home alone. I think my uncle is watching it, but I think in his house.
Oh.
but I'll stay here for this game, I guess.
All right,
But yeah,
all right.
on
So
the way, the Mexico City Derby, El Clásico of la Ciudad
yeah,
Media.
all right. So let me click here so that y'all can see the game. All right, here it is. All right, there. Cruz Azul is on the attack. No! Uy! All right, there. Ball goes out and it's a goal kick in favor of America. Santos Tijuana. It's crazy. Tijuana is playing tomorrow, even though they already played on Thursday.
Is that their game in hand? Is that true? Or are they
I think
actually
so.
playing?
Because it says that tomorrow at 6 p.m. they're going to be playing against Santos, but on Thursday Tijuana already played against Atletico de San Luis.
Oh, that explains.
Consejeras. All right, that's a foul, ref.
But yeah, the problem is, real quick, yes, the problem is Monterrey Pumas, especially Pumas, they must win. Unless we'll see what Mazatlan does. But I just need Chivas eliminated.
There's a foul by Club
This is why
America.
and before I say anything about more about the derby, this is why teams gotta take the opportunities,
Yeah,
especially if they're trying to qualify for a continent or playoff game. They must take every single opportunity. Don't be absolutely too lazy and have to do the ridiculous. But yeah, I'm
yeah,
just
that's true.
don't freaking do the ridiculous.
And honestly, I was shocked that that Inter Miami managed to pull off a victory against LAFC, even though they were down 2-0 in the Gregory.
Yeah, because LAFC they crumbled, they bottled it,
Yeah,
and
I
they.
heard too that they're having a bad season.
I know they're not doing that good, but LAFC, I know they're missing Bogush, and like since he went to Cruz Azul, obviously was on the bench,
Yeah,
but still, it's just and the Giroud project isn't working. They need like Griezmann or something, but I thought that he is the solution.
yeah. Cruz Azul maintaining possession. Fidalgo recovers the ball, but it goes off for a throw in. So America's keys to victory are working with the ball and attacking in the spaces of Cruz Azul and better stoppage of the ball in defense and offense. And for Cruz Azul, it's to drive the possession with the ball and to
Yeah, and plus Araujo isn't even on Araujo. Is he on the bench? I haven't checked.
yeah, he's on the bench. For defense right now it's Cáceres, Ramon Juarez,
Yes.
Christian Borja, and I believe Kevin Alvarez. It's Kevin Alvarez. And Borja just lost the ball, but it's recovered again by El America. Ball goes out and it's a turn for America.
Nice.
Even though they're saying too that the second goal for Cruz Azul that it was Malagon's fault because he should have ran for the ball instead of
It was
waiting
on
like by
Mark.
the net for the Cruz Azul guy to header. And like I feel like yeah, that it's true actually. Yo, Alfonso, you want to join in? I have the link in the
Exactly.
comment section if you want to be part of it.
But yeah, and remember, guys, Cruz Azul are the bunny, right? And the train,
Yeah,
right?
so right now Cruz Azul is in third place with 8 victories, 4 draws, 2 losses, and Club America has 9 victories, 3 draws, and 2 losses. So
Yeah, because
America's having a pretty solid season, I must say. All right, let me see if he wants to. Oh no, wait. I think he's joining in. Oh no, I didn't.
okay. But can I say this?
Huh?
Cruz Azul are the bunnies, while America are the eagles. Exactly.
Oh, on Thursday, I might be available, Alfonso. But if you want to join us in this stream and give kind of like your commentary or your thoughts, make sure to click in the link. If you want, you know what? Let me repost it.
Uh, but yeah, I love this. I love the
Yeah,
vibes between the yellows and blues. Mario
yeah,
contra los azules. It's just the best derby. We're definitely going to see a goal. This,
yeah.
I
Even
love.
though we can also consider Pachuca versus America a derby too.
Well, may not derby, but rivalry kind of somewhat. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Because Pachuca, they've always given America problems, especially in the Champions Cup last year, when there was the opportunity when Inter Miami were eliminated, and they would have gone America Monterrey final, but no, the teams didn't took the opportunities.
yeah. Makes
And
sense,
then,
Alfonso.
by the way, do you know what happened to Paulista Derby in Brazil today?
And I didn't. It's because I don't really watch the Brazilian league. There are times where I like actually want to give it a try, but I think I'm give it a try soon.
Yeah, because apparently they're not. There's no way to watch it. You have to use Instagram just to watch these games. Like even if people are doing
And the
this,
house with the cross in. Come on, Brian. That's you. Brian went for a nutmeg, but he was unsuccessful. Borja with an amazing recovery.
yeah,
Nice.
and then
Hi, Brian. Brian Rodriguez is doing a little too much.
sure could have handled the touches better as well too, right?
Yeah,
But
but
also,
Brian Rodriguez, I'd say he carried America last season. Well, so
and by
did
the way,
Malagón, but I feel like last season, Brian Rodriguez did a lot for America.
what
Nice.
happened?
Philadelphia.
Can I say
Huh?
this? By the way, Palmeiras they beat Corinthians 2-0 because Corinthians they did not have no midfield. I have no idea what
Oh,
they were doing. They did not play football. Looks like today they
that's
got cooked
crazy.
and ran by Palmeiras. It should have been 3-0. It was 3-0, but it was offside. And then that Esteval guy that's going to Chelsea, he did okay, I guess. But yeah, Corinthians absolutely failed today. Very disappointing.
Yeah,
Because it should have been a lot tighter. Then now they're letting their biggest rivals have a head start in the Brazilian league.
yeah.
Yeah, and that isn't good. And that isn't good. But yeah, I have
Say
no idea.
so far, it's been a pretty even game before. I mean, between Club America and Cruz Azul. Oh, and I was there when America beat Cruz Azul 7-0. That match was crazy.
That was back in 2022. Which
Yeah, that match was crazy.
at that time I didn't know where to watch it, or I didn't keep
Oh,
time. I always wanted to watch it. I just couldn't find the rights, and I just didn't understand until after the World Cup. 'Cause I knew
yeah.
I wanted to return to sport. I loved the sport when I was young, but I kind of forgot why. Until I left.
Or had
Oh,
to Brian Rodriguez. Rodriguez. I think that should have been a foul, but the ref says that it was a throw-in in favor of Cruz Azul.
but yeah, really. But yeah, there's also a lot of South Americans as well in
Yeah,
the Hoban from Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay, and who else?
there's a lot of Central and South American diversity in the Liga MX.
A lot. So basically, the whole continent of Latin America.
Yeah, except for Javier del Rosun. I believe he's from Netherlands, I believe.
Yeah, it's from Netherlands. That's they picked them up from Feyenoord.
Yeah, but he's not really doing anything with
Doesn't
Club
know.
America, even though he did win the best goal of the season for the in the 20 no wait. Yeah, when America was bicampeón, when they won the league uh for the second time in a row last year.
Back in May.
He's also in one goal of the how do I say it? Oh yeah, goal of the season.
But yeah, um, but yeah. Well, and then Wednesday there's still that another big game, Monterrey versus America.
Yeah.
As long as you win this game, but I honestly I'm not gonna lie, even though Monterrey just needs one win, so Chivas don't catch up with them. But you need 3 points too, just to be in
Yeah.
first. That's the
Yeah, as
problem.
long as Mazatlan wins their next game and Pumas
But
wins their next game as well and Chivas draws or they lose, they're basically out of the repechaje. Well, so is
Mazatlan,
Mazatlan because Mazatlan's they're in 11th place currently.
Mazatlan, they play Tijuana, Cholos, but the problem is they gotta play you guys too.
True.
Unless you want to give them 3 points for free just for Chivas to not
Now,
qualify.
honestly, with how Toluca is right now, America shouldn't risk losing 3 points right now. America should just focus on classifying directly, even if they can end up in first place, but just give overall a very solid performance
True.
in the playoffs, just like they did last season. Because last season, like I was literally shocked, bro, the way they played because they played a lot more differently compared to how they played the previous season.
Seagulls, yeah.
By the way, did you watch the Gold Cup?
The draw.
Yeah, the Gold Cup draw.
Yeah, Mexico, they have Costa Rica, which includes Piojo, right? The
Yeah,
return.
but I heard Costa Rica's doing really good because for the qualifiers, I believe they won 13-1 in the aggregate.
Costa Rica, we'll see what they do, but they'll try like to cook. We'll see what happens, but we'll see what happens. But I'm excited for, I guess. Even though the Gold Cup is happening during the Club World Cup, which I think it's kind of stupid because it's just going to be complicated events. That's why.
Yeah, but USA has it easy though. They have Haiti, they have Trinidad and Tobago, and they have Saudi Arabia.
That's true. Easy
The
draw.
problem though is that right now, Pochettino's USA, like they're not that good. And Brian Rodriguez, that's you, Brian. That's you. Oh no way! And it's a corner kick.
Unlucky.
What a play by Brian Rodriguez. Well, actually, no. What a pass by Malagon. I just wish I could show y'all the gameplay, but
Yeah. Oh, you should have
it
took
turns
them.
out that Televisa doesn't like that. Like they literally caught me in the previous live stream when I did with America versus Tigres. On then Monterrey versus America. Davila! Uy!
Another chance? Because you're a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
Like 6 seconds.
Brian Rodriguez to Christian Borja. Borja keeping the ball. Recovered now through the Azul and it's
Oh,
alright, that's a foul on Fidalgo, but America's playing on. Come on, Sendejas. Oh wait, never mind. Kevin Alvarez is not playing. It's actually Israel Reyes playing as a right back. Crossing by Reyes. Nice ball control by Brian Rodriguez.
nice. Oh, another foul. But the referee says there's nothing there. And by the way, oh yeah, Santiago Jimenez, right? Apparent,
Yeah,
yeah, right? The one that came from Cruz Azul, right?
yeah,
As he always says, he felt more Mexican than Argentinian.
Argentinian. Yeah, cause I know that. Like, I think he was born in Argentina but raised here in Mexico.
Yeah, because of his father.
Yeah, even
Even
though
his
right
father.
now, Santi Jimenez is not in his best moment.
Yeah, he's not. I know he's not on good form, but apparently I heard that his dad visited Miami to give a shout out to Messi and give I think Santiago Jimenez's kit to him. Apparently today, and Miami
Uh-huh.
play tomorrow against Chicago tomorrow. The Chicago
Oh,
Fire
and
will.
then one of my cousins is going to watch it because like he lives over there, and like he's lucky, he's lucky that he's going to be able to watch Messi play.
But and I'm trying and maybe I might able to watch him as well. They're coming to San Jose, which is the closest I'm at. I'm in Northern California, not LA like you, Southern California. Even though I
Yeah,
like Southern California more than Northern California, but yeah, Miami are coming to play San Jose on the 14th of May. I'm trying to get those tickets.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
from
just fixing my TV a little bit.
but
Still
yeah,
0-0. I'd say it's been a pretty solid game so far. America had more chances, but they like all America needs to do is just win this game. A header and the ball goes out wide. Yeah,
but
so
yeah,
Monterrey Pumas, if that were to be the playing match, I'd say that's a banger of a match, even though both have fallen off, especially Pumas this season.
Leon did win today 1-0 against Puebla.
Yeah, but against Puebla,
Barely. Monterrey versus Pumas all taken. I just need Pumas to hold on.
yeah, Pumas just has two more games to go. Monterrey too.
They have to. They their next game is against Santos. That's winnable because Santos are finished.
That's true. If they don't beat Santos, that's going to be crazy.
That would, and this is why unless
Oh,
Master.
what a bad pass by Borja. Now it's Cruz Azul trying to attack.
And then, but yeah, like I said, Santiago Jimenez's dad, he
Uy,
made a
ball goes
story.
over the crossbar.
Give shout out. Yeah, I give a shout out on his story.
Yeah.
Even even though he didn't play yesterday for Milan and they won 4-0 without him. Oh, what a shot of Riva.
Yeah, but the ball went over the crossbar. And that's Cruz Azul back on the attack. Jorge Sanchez battling off against Christian Borja. Jorge Sanchez playing back. I need to watch the lineup again so that I can just see. Let me see. All right. All right. POV. Orozco. POV. POV. Dita. Oh, wait, never mind. Univision actually messed up. It's not Tijuana versus Santos. It's Santos versus Querétaro. Probably the most boring match of this match day.
Yeah, that's probably the most boring. Is probably gonna the Haram ball.
True.
Jorge Sanchez, like ever since he left Porto, yeah, Contesao, basically, Contesao basically, was angry at him, so he didn't like Porto anyways, and he left
Yeah,
after.
but I don't know. I feel like most Mexican players, like, I don't know what's been going on with them, but whenever they go to Europe, for like the most part, they don't really stay there, but always come back to the Liga MX.
like so quickly when you just got started.
Yeah,
And then people go to freaking Europe. Players go to Europe to get the experience and the best.
yeah.
Great
Because
generation.
even Edson Alvarez is doing really good with West Ham right now.
Yeah, he's alright. But sometimes he has bad ones, but that's normal at this point. But
Yeah,
Raul Jimenez doing his job at Fulham.
yeah. I mean, Raul Jimenez, he's always had a strong career.
And then yeah. And then by the way, Arsenal they fumbled. They fumbled.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to watch the match, but I
They
don't know if they lost or if they won.
they
Did they
drew
lose?
1-1
I
with
mean,
Brentford.
yeah,
They drew 1-1 with Brentford. They were leading
yeah.
1-0.
But I think it's because they're basically saving up their energy for against Madrid, which is crazy because Arsenal destroyed Real Madrid 3-0.
And Arsenal haven't been good in attack, but we'll see. Real Madrid they play Alaves tomorrow, or Alaves or something. I call them basically, because that's how it's
Yeah,
pronounced.
and then Barca absolutely destroyed Dortmund.
They did,
4 goals to 0 is
And yet
crazy.
Dortmund they drew in that Clasico as well with Bayern Munich in that the Classic
Yeah,
2-2 draw against Bayern.
yeah, I saw the highlights to that.
Like, why don't they want to take that seriously? Why do they take Bayern seriously, but not Barcelona?
I mean, but we have to look at the two teams though. Like
Fine
they're
rival.
literally like right now Bayern is not in the same level as Barca. Like back if we were talking about 2020 to 2023 Bayern compared to Barcelona, Bayern was obviously like the better team and the bigger threat, but now it looks like the roles have switched.
Yeah, looks like. Look, somebody's profile. Oh, is that really bad? Is that discomfort?
I believe so.
Oh, because it so far looks a little but yeah, mhm. But yeah, do you think he gets subbed out or the wait and see
I don't think so.
or just looking? Yeah, I know the ads are annoying. Like they only want to do this for money. All about the money, isn't it?
Cruz Azul is back on the attack. Real Madrid has to go all out against Arsenal. Even
They're,
though Arsenal, I feel like Arsenal's going to play park the bus.
they're, yeah, and they
Well,
will.
once I don't know what time on Thursday.
It's on Wednesday, 12 p.m.
Yeah.
But wait, do you have school? Do you still go to school?
I mean, I go to college, but my classes are on Monday and Wednesday, but Mondays and Wednesdays are like my most, how do I say it? Like, those are the 2 days where my schedule is the tightest because not only do I have like college, but I also have like soccer practice.
All right then. But yeah, I'm not sure if you're gonna watch the game because it's on Wednesday.
Nice play, and now Brian Rodriguez is on the attack. Come on, Brian. Come on, Brian. All right, Davila. Come on, Davila.
The must
All right, that's a foul, ref.
being
What? How was that not a foul?
the simulation. What is the ref walking about? Wait, hold on. Sin falta. Brian Rodriguez is going 3 versus 2, and then that has for a penalty outside the box. But
Was this
yeah,
was a foul. I don't know about you, but
This is very
um,
heated.
Fernandez literally just pushed Davila, and the ref says that there was nothing.
Nothing serious.
True, but I feel like that should have been a foul. America's back on the attack. Come on, Sendejas. Nice Sendejas. And it's a corner kick in favor of Club America. The two best matches that are two, I don't think so. Well, I'll let you know, Alfonso, in the comment section. Once it gets closer to Thursday, are they playing a short corner?
Oh yeah, just like the And speaking of Thursday, yeah,
And
that's
on Thursday, it's also Barca versus Dortmund.
that's Tuesday. The Manchester United Lyon second leg Europa League. That's Thursday actually. And by the way, there's Liga MX action. Will you be doing Monterrey versus America? By the way,
I don't think so because wait, let me check to see when it is. Hold
I
on,
think
wait.
it's on 6 o'clock unless you have some practice, soccer
And I
practice.
have soccer practice from like 5:30 to 6:30, so I won't be able to live stream. Even though I really want to, but
6 p.m.
sadly I don't have time.
6
Unless if I
p.m.
do the second half, but I feel like I'm just going to be too tired to be live streaming. Which is why I do like my reaction videos on Thursdays, because those are the days where I don't have college. So I'm like, okay, I have some time to actually just relax. But I'll let you know, Alfonso. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, because some people want to know. But okay, I don't mind if you miss the first half and be here for the second half.
Nice, Cáceres. Fidalgo. Perhaps
Without
for Chiquito Sanchez? No.
Sanchez.
Recovered by Cruz Azul. If only Richard Sanchez was still there with Club America, he would be firing long shots and Rotondi, and it's
Oh my goodness.
beautifully blocked by Israel Reyes.
The pressure is on.
Yeah, the game's actually getting better now. It's counter against counter, and now Chiquito Sanchez, and it's a corner kick in favor of Club America.
Look, Rotondi, the Club America legend. The Saudi
For
money.
real, have you seen those memes?
Yep.
He's the reason why Cruz Azul got eliminated against America um in the previous in the previous playoffs. America is falling in love with those short corners. I'm surprised Diego Valdez isn't playing. And now what a good crossing the near.
And also, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
In your opinion, what is your second favorite Clásico in Mexico derby rivalry besides Club America?
Boy, that's a good question. Because growing up, like with the Liga MX, like Chivas America will always be like in my heart. But I have to say, probably Tigres versus Monterrey.
Yeah, Clásico
They've
Regio.
had-
They hate each
Yeah,
other.
yeah, they've had some pretty banger matches, especially in the past when Tuca Ferretti was the head coach of Tigres. They would have banger matches.
Oh yeah, they were cooking every single one of them.
Yeah, I'd
But
have
yeah,
to go with El Clásico Regio.
yeah, I agree. And that happened today, and then ended 2-1. There were no
My
good goals
least,
in the first half.
my least favorite derby is either. Atlas Chivas
The,
or America Pumas.
the third one, yeah, fair enough. And I just hope Atlas could do something to frustrate their biggest rivals
Yeah,
if they could next week. Because Chivas could be eliminated by Saturday and they're gone.
yeah. Like Chivas is literally one loss away from not qualifying for the play-in.
The team's got to take
But
those.
I mean, Atlas. I think they played well versus Toluca, especially right now. How like Toluca is basically just destroying everybody. I feel like Atlas today, by the result that they got with the 3-2, and they only lost 3-1 against America. I think they have a huge chance against Guadalajara.
They should. Oh, Falta. But yeah, the lots of fouls. But yeah, this is one of the biggest rivalries probably in Latin America. It should be talked about.
Yeah,
Yes, there might be the
especially right now. Like I think the 2020s, it's when they got good. Brian Rodriguez with the shot. Come on, Sendejas. Sendejas shoots and the ball goes over the crossbar. A poor shot taken by Alejandro Sendejas.
And then by the way, and then you want to know something? Right now, the LA Galaxy are losing 1-0.
That's crazy against two.
Houston Dynamo. LA Galaxy have been asked after winning the MLS Cup.
Yeah. All right, come on, Davila. Come on, Davila. That's you. Nobody's in the box. And it's straight to Mir's hands.
Winning the first MLS Cup in 10 years, football heritage, and yet, yeah, without after Chicharito, they've become their mediocre selves again.
Uy, Pachuca, Tigres, that's going to be a good match. Cruz Azul Leon, I think that one could be a good match too.
Yeah, Cruz
But
Azul,
America Rayados, I feel like that's the main match of,
biggest one. Cruz Azul Leon is the second one. Pachuca Tigres third.
yeah.
But the biggest one of all is Club America Monterrey. Monterrey are at home.
Yeah,
Monterrey,
because Monterrey, they're going to want their revenge from the
they want
final.
revenge, and then if you don't want, and they're one of the teams that need to get points away from, so Chivas don't catch them up anyways.
Yeah, because for Chivas not to catch up, Rayados has to beat America. Or they have to at least draw with America and then win their last match.
But I
But
honestly,
Chivas has to do the same thing though. They have to win one of their next two games. As
yeah,
long as Chivas doesn't win both games, um then Pumas is still qualifying for the league. Well, for the play-in actually, because they don't
and
do
Mazatlan,
Liga anymore.
and Mazatlan, they got Cholos, which I think they should beat them.
Yeah, come
But,
on, good center. Oh,
but the problem is they got you next, and you need the win, right?
yeah,
But what if you know what? Maybe if you beat Cruz Azul, you probably won't mind if Cruz Azul beats Toluca because that's actually a better option. As long as you beat
it's
Cruz
better for America to win this match, draw in the next one, as long as Toluca doesn't beat Cruz Azul.
or maybe they'll lose to Cruz Azul, or draw would be a fair result. But I think it also a Cruz Azul win against Toluca also helps.
Yeah,
I honestly think it might end in a draw. I
fair
think.
enough. But I think America is taking home this victory. They have to. They don't like. I don't want them to win because I want them to win. I want them to win because they have to win this match.
Yeah, they
Because from 2019 to 2022, like, no, wait, like half of 2019 all the way back to half of 2022, America was unable to beat Cruz Azul. And now it's basically America's chance to Just win, and now America's back on the attack. Ooh, ball goes out.
Goodness, bro. 35 minutes. Hopefully, we get a goal before halftime.
Yeah, that's exactly what America needs. America just needs to win this match.
They must. Do not do the ridiculous. Yup. Do not do the ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of common and families in Mexico that if they have a football club to support, most of them, besides Chivas,
Ooh,
most.
what a good play by Cruz Azul, and it's recovered by America.
Oh, okay, but what I was saying, bro, there's some family members that will be either America fans or some of them that will be Cruz Azul fans. Very common. You will have a
Yeah,
division.
but just like have you heard of Alvaro Morales from ESPN Deportes?
Yes, I heard of him. Yes.
He he says that there are only two teams in the Liga MX, Club America and the other 17. Because right now, every other team is way below America's. Like, America is literally carrying this team, and even some anti Americanistas like Christian Martinoli from TV Azteca, he said that the Liga MX would be absolutely nothing without America. And I honestly agree.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as much. And honestly, Liga MX, I'm not gonna lie, the quality may not be the same like it was, especially I mean not the players, but like they're not taking like their chances generally and being like more professional. But it's not just Liga MX. I'm seeing it for a lot of leagues
Yeah,
recently. Honestly, hey, if you take away La Liga, if you take away Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid, and Bilbao and Betis, the five best right now, La Liga isn't a top
La
25 league.
Liga wouldn't be anything, yeah.
La Liga is nothing because the Premier League, you got six big teams. La Liga, you only have like three.
True.
Even though
I mean,
Barca was
a lot of leagues wouldn't be as big as they are if it weren't for their teams. Like for Serie A, for Serie A, I mean, if it weren't for Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, and perhaps even Napoli,
Napoli,
the the Serie A wouldn't be as watchable as it is right now. Especially because it's also one of the most competitive leagues in football right now.
yep.
Ah, Fidalgo, but to who? Nice. Nice, Davila. Chiquito Sanchez for Christian Borja. Borja on the left for Brian Rodriguez. Brian Rodriguez is inside the box, flex for crossing, and the ball goes out for a corner kick in favor of Club America.
Cannot do the
And I would
ridiculous.
even argue that if it weren't for Boca Juniors and River Plate in Argentina, the Argentina League wouldn't be as good as it is right now.
It wouldn't be as competitive. Even honestly, in the Brazilian league, it's very competitive. It wouldn't be too bad if you take away Flamengo, Palmeiras, and Corinthians because they know the sport. Where the
Yeah,
Brazilians are just very good at it, no matter what. They know how
yeah,
to turn on. That's why I love the Brazilian league because I think that's
yeah,
the best competitive league in all the Americas. Even though Racing has been good for the Argentinian league,
yeah.
Racing, and
Nice
I think
play by Eric Sanchez. Eric Sanchez on the left for Christian Borja. Borja plays back for Fidalgo. Fidalgo plays back for Jonathan Dos Santos. Which I would even argue to say that Jonathan Dos Santos has had a better experience playing with Club America than his younger brother Giovanni Dos Santos did.
True.
Even
Who was
though
that?
Giovanni Santos, he had quite a solid debut with Club America back in 2019.
Yeah, and he was all over the place. He went to Villarreal, right?
Yeah,
Barcelona, and was hanging out with Rondalito at one point as well. Man, everyone misses him. So Rondalito as well.
yeah.
What a player! I that blood Brazil, yes.
Nice Fidalgo. Fidalgo for Brian Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays forward with Christian Borja, who sends in a poor center. And now it's Brian Rodriguez. Brian Rodriguez now plays back for Fidalgo. Fidalgo for Christian Borja. Borja back to Fidalgo. Fidalgo back to Jonathan Dos Santos. Dos Santos. Fidalgo back to Dos Santos. Dos Santos back to Ramon Juarez. Ramon Juarez now to Israel Reyes. Ah, Reyes, what a poor pass. And now. Oh, wait, that was actually Sendejas. I swear I always get confused in some angles between Israel Reyes, Kevin Alvarez, and Sendejas.
Yeah, because they almost look like each other, kind of first act.
Yeah.
Really hard to like until you can tell the numbers and give away the ball. And
Now that
actually,
Richard Sanchez is gone, I think America can put Igor Lichnowsky. I think they can already add him back into the club, but
because of
I
that
think they
injury.
want to do it until next season when they register him.
That's true because he's injured since last season. And
Yeah, Igor Lichnowsky, he's actually funny on social media. Oh, Rodrigo Aguirre and Alan Cervantes are there. Both are injured. Nice. Come on, Davila. Come on, Davila. Ah. Wait,
ah
Chiquito. No, what was that shot? But there was an offside
yeah,
flag.
capitalized in. Oh, I see. Right? Total pantalla. So they're doing all the cameras, right?
Yeah,
Around the stadium for the fans and the official and the player. Ah, should have capitalized in. Chiquito. Ah. But yeah, they show the cameras for the fans and it was offside.
yeah,
Like, what are your thoughts when they show the cameras?
yeah,
Oh yeah, that double football, mixing up both, right?
yeah.
What are your thoughts on that commercial, bro?
I mean, honestly, they just confused me by combining two sports into one ball. No, wait, two balls into one sport. Because
Honestly,
technically in Europe, football is literally this, but in the United States, we call it soccer. Well, casual fans would call it soccer, but I know that most fans would get offended if you call it soccer.
which I understand, yeah, because there isn't it's growing in America, but it's still not in the top five,
Yeah,
especially American college sports
yeah,
like college football and all that. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
getting a little bit chippy there between America and Cruz Azul. Hasn't been super intense, but it could have been.
yeah,
Oh, he hits. Man, I wish I was there.
yeah,
But yeah, most Club American Cruz Azul fans, they sit right next to each other. Wow,
yeah,
in the row.
yeah. But Cruz Azul fans, they're tolerable.
That's true.
The only fans that I can't stand with are the Chivas fans, because like when their team loses, what they usually do is like they throw like items at the rivals.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous, bro. Like if this was in South America, bro, they're absolutely They're absolutely cooked in Libertadores Sudamericano.
Yeah, 2 minutes at a time.
Yeah, there's no last stoppage, but yeah, that's why I respect Cruz Azul more.
There's going to be a substitution for Cruz Azul. Piovi is being subbed out.
So
I
that
believe due to an injury. And now Faravelli is entering the pitch. The first half will end 0-0. I think this match has not been as intense as the second leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup was, but overall, I'd say it's been a pretty decent game. Both have had their opportunities. America, I feel like they've gotten closer to scoring, just that they haven't been able to score. And now it's a corner kick in favor of Club America.
alright then. Oh, update. Have an update. LAFC have scored against San Jose just now.
Nice.
Yeah, 1-0 in that MLS game. LA Galaxy tied against Houston. They have equalized.
Nice, Sanchez.
LA
And I'm
Galaxy
looking
equalized
for a goal in the last minute. And they have.
last seconds. Really disappointed.
Hidalgo.
But, but yeah,
Ball
once
to
it's time,
Throwing. I believe the ref is about to blow his whistle. And the ref has blown his whistle, and it is officially halftime. Club America nil, Cruz Azul nil.
alright then.
What are your thoughts so far on the match?
Should accidentally muted. Yeah, it's halftime. No, no. It's all right, but I just think could have been a little bit more.
Yeah,
But
true.
there should have been a goal, honestly.
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
but yeah, they've been locking up, canceling each other. So it's halftime.
Yep.
Halftime. No, no. Just like in the one today derby, it was no, no until the second half.
Yeah, but I think America, well, since they're, well, Cruz Azul's going to be kicking off, so I think Cruz Azul is gonna try to go for an early goal in the second half. But America just has to say they just have to stay focused and they have to be contundentes. Hold on, I don't know how to say that in English.
I think. Oh, confident.
No
It's
wait,
confident. Yeah, because do you struggle with English more than Spanish?
sometimes.
Like, do you
Oh, they
speak
have to be conclusive. Yeah,
that conclusive and confident? Do you speak more Spanish than English?
I mean, at home I speak more Spanish, but when I'm like
Mm.
outside or when I'm doing like my videos, I speak English.
Honestly, same.
I only
Mostly
speak Spanish when I'm like around my parents.
fair enough. Because yeah, this the whole family is because of the history, obviously. As you
Yeah,
guys know, we all have Spanish blood because of the Contesista,
yeah,
from Spain. After they kicked out, the famous like Moor invasion, and they
yeah,
came to America, the continent of Americas, and colonized the indigenous people. Because a
yeah.
lot, because a lot of us, we get mixed up with the indigenous population, with the white
True.
Spanish. Now, it's called mestizo, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Because I'm kind of maybe I'm slightly more white. I mean, some more Mexicans are more darker. Some of them are more lighter. Depending on the ancestry, it
Yeah,
really
because I would argue that some of my cousins do not look Mexican, even though they're part Mexican because of my
depends.
parents.
and it's
blood,
actually
basically.
hurt.
Yeah,
But it's because it depends. There's a light skin, and because even though Mexico does have a huge indigenous population, but it's not like in Argentina where yeah they mostly are white. Same thing with Uruguay,
yeah,
who prefer like the Europeans, like the Italians. Oh yeah, Universión doing the Monte de America announcement.
yeah. That match is going to be good.
But yeah, like I said, if you could see, yeah, I'm maybe a little bit more white, but I still have that indigenous in me,
Yeah,
just lighter. But I'm not 100% blonde white. No,
yeah,
more. I mean, there is that caste system, so I'm mostly 75% white, 25% indigenous. Actually,
yeah. Cause like one thing that I've been wanting to do is like you know how like online there's like DNA test type
DNA
things
test,
like for
yes.
your like I don't know how to say, but basically, like your ancestries and all that. Like, I want to like do that to see like if there were, if besides Mexico, if like any of my ancestors were like in any other different countries.
Yeah, that's true because there's so much Spanish as well that was connected to the empires in Africa with the Moorish and the Roman Empire, and then all over Europe, including going up far to the Vikings areas, obviously Norway, Sweden, all that.
Yeah,
Um, and then there's also even though Spain is unique because it has different types of culture, it's not just Spanish. You also got the Catalans, the Valencianos. I mean, Andalusia, well, they're mostly Spanish, just with something into it. You got the
yeah,
or Vascaínos, even though even though Vasco is a mix of words because Vasco they're meaning about Vasque, but Vasco is also a football club in Brazil named Vasco da Gama, named after that explorer. So I'm
yeah,
kind of because I thought Vasco is either Portuguese or Basque, since Spain is in the middle between those two.
yeah,
And like I want to know, like, do I have that blood? I need, and eventually I should take that DNA test. But I'm just trying to see perfect
yeah.
time.
And then what's crazy is that Barca barely beat Leganes, but by an own goal.
Yeah, and I have something to say about that. I'm just trying to see real quick. But still, it's not sustainable. Honestly, Barcelona they didn't play well, unfortunately, and relying on own goals that was kind of lazy. They
Yeah,
didn't they didn't score from open play, which means that Real Madrid. I know they struggled against Leganes a few weeks ago, but they beat them 3-2. And I know
true.
they needed a penalty kick, but they did score 2 goals from open play, including that strike. You know,
Then Leganes also scored a goal, but it was offside.
that sure was an offside goal. And then, yeah.
But yeah, I feel like in some games, like I feel like Barca just doesn't give it their all because they feel like I don't know, like they just don't find the match that important, or especially because since they're playing Bayern, I mean they're playing against Dortmund on I believe it's on Wednesday or is it on Thursday? Let me search that up. Hold on, wait. So they're playing Dortmund on Tuesday. So I think the reason why they played so bad, especially today, was because they're actually like they didn't want to waste their energy so that on Tuesday they could just go all out against Dortmund. And I believe Madrid plays tomorrow too. Oh yeah, Real Madrid plays tomorrow against Alaves. Yes. Oh no, wait. Let's just do some Subway Surfers gameplay. That's literally what I'm just doing right now. My record, I believe, is 22,000 something.
Alright, I'm back for now, kind of. I just need to move some stuff.
Alright, don't worry about it.
But yeah, putting Subway servers. I see. On your
Yeah,
computer?
just for now, at least just waiting for the second half to start.
But yeah, like I said, I will be making the end of the season video for the Premier League, La Liga. Um, I will make it the end of the season for La Liga, Premier League, Serie A. Well, the French league there isn't much to cover, anyways.
Yeah, and then in the French league, like the only like main team there is PSG. Oh no, way! I actually just dodged that. Oi.
But yeah, like I said about Barcelona, they didn't even score from open play.
Yeah,
So, so which means was it a deserved win? Because there was
I mean it could
controversial
be.
the penalty. And then you want to know something? This already happened with the This already happened today.
Yeah,
This Monterrey didn't score from open play either. It was a penalty kick Sergio Ramos took on, and they were holding on 1-0 before they went down 9 men, and it all collapsed and
yeah,
capitulated.
that's crazy. But yeah, America has to pull off. They have to beat Cruz Azul. They have to beat Rayados. Well, they could beat Rayados, but America can't lose against Cruz Azul at least in this match.
Oh my goodness! What are your thoughts when teams are lazy and they don't want to put their chances, and then they want somebody to do it for them? Like they rely on own goals because they don't want to put their chances away themselves.
I
Because they
mean,
know.
sometimes I feel like America sometimes plays that way too, but they don't play it often. Sometimes when it's just a non-winnable game, all they do is just keep ball possession. But yeah, that gets me mad, especially when it happens to teams that I go for on the and I just lost.
But yeah, but yeah, we'll see what the second half introduce. But yeah,
Yeah,
second.
bless you.
Yeah,
But yeah, I feel like America they had an easy start, especially against the teams that they had to play against. But yeah, they need to win the next three games. I mean, I know they can destroy Mazatlan.
Masagan. Unless let's see, maybe it's best. You know what? Maybe you should take. Oh wait, probably not. All right, if you beat Cruz Azul, you go 5 points ahead of you, right?
Yeah, but if we beat Cruz Azul, we basically just catch up to Toluca in points.
Just barely. And
Yeah,
then
but it's by goal differences because Toluca right now they have a plus 18 of goal differences, and America has a plus 20.
Jesus, yep, because the Luca's been cooking.
Yeah, and then Atletico de San Luis they have the lowest, which is a negative 13. And then Chivas has a negative 4. So Chivas has to win 4-0 just to make it to 0 in the goal difference.
True, and this is why Mazatlán they have to somehow beat Cholos because there's no. I don't think Chivas will lose to Puebla. It's impossible.
Yeah, I know Mazatlan can beat Cholos if they want to.
Definitely, but they're gonna have to score. It can't be 1-0. There has to be a lot of goals. They gotta like show a statement like a 3-0 win.
Yeah, because they have only one more of goal difference compared to Guadalajara. Like if you see here, hold on, wait, let me just enlarge the screen a little bit. Right now, Mazatlan is at -3, but Chivas is at -4. So if Chivas and Mazatlan both win, however, Chivas wins by two or more goals, and Mazatlan wins by one goal, then they'll be equalized.
Yeah, that's why they need to show a statement win against Cholos. Do not screw up the opportunities like they do in La Liga as they're not serious for European places. Because I just
Yeah.
know this. Because you want to know something about La Liga?
Uh
They
huh.
always fumble against shit teams and be
True.
unprofessional. And then against mid teams, mid, but shit teams, worse, but yet good teams, they want to show up. Like,
True.
honestly, that's absolutely ridiculous. Alright, you could give it the best, fair enough, against the bigs, but if you want to compete, like, for Europe, you have to still do the best in some other games, more consistent.
Yeah.
And then they're not taking those opportunities, then why be there? Because at least the Brazilian league, they know La Libertadores. Every Brazilian, they know what likes to, what has to compete.
Yeah.
Unlike these scrubs, kind of, that are not taking those opportunities. And yeah, and you can repeat after me. You gotta take every single opportunity.
That's true.
especially the players as well.
Whenever you have an opportunity, you have two choices. You either take it
You
or
take
you
it
don't take it, but
and you
someone else
waste it.
takes it, and
You wasted,
yeah,
and they have to do it the right way.
true.
But yes, so oh my goodness, bro. But yeah, I'm excited even for the season ending. I know the Club World Cup wants to be there in the Gold Cup, but guess who's not in the Club World Cup? Barcelona,
Oh.
they're not in there.
Yeah, even though they should be, I honestly don't understand why Atletico de San Luis went. Although I think it is
Oh,
because they
Madrid.
won La Liga back in 2022, I believe,
Oh,
and the
Atletico
second half has
Madrid.
kicked off.
Atletico Madrid, you mean?
Yeah,
'Cause
Atletico Madrid.
the one that owns Atletico San Luis. That explains why.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
completely forgot.
honestly, in my opinion, I have a feeling that Chivas they claim that they're descendants from Bilbao. Guess who's also descended from Bilbao? I think
Yeah,
Atletico Madrid because of history. I think
yeah,
it's
because they say that Real Betis is like the Puebla of La Liga, and there's an offside flag.
yeah. Real Betis they played this haram ball until Anthony, the goat, saved them, showed up.
Yeah, so it's sad to see that Manchester United was actually the problem and not Anthony.
Yeah, because he's very technical. The technability matters.
True.
And I
And
know
then did you see that that Manchester United tied with Lyon in the UEFA Europa League? What a
zero
huge error
to
by Come on,
the
Davila! Oh, what a bad shot and it steps
Andre Onana, that absolute fraud. The gloves are
for
not there.
real. I was watching it live too, and when I saw that, I was just mad because literally Onana had gripped on the ball for I'd say like about 2 seconds, then it slipped off, and from there Lyon just scored the equalizer.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that probably explains.
But yeah, I don't know if Manchester United will ever recover into being one of the bigger clubs that there is in Europe. Actually, no, in the world. Actually,
Yeah,
Manchester United
technically.
is one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Honestly, whoever controls Europe controls the world's elite entirely.
True.
Because Europe, they have to be the best. That's just the rules. Not the rules,
But
but just
when
the
we're in talks of having the better players, I'm always between Europe and South America because both of those continents,
the talent, right?
yeah, the talent is insane.
And so America, yup. Especially like especially from Brazil, Ecuador as well. Especially Caicedo who plays for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Trying to get this guy from Grêmio and Independiente Kendry Pies and someone from Grêmio, who is Porto Alegre's biggest rival, Internacional. And Mexico
Oh,
did
wait.
play with her.
Cruz Azul was so close to scoring, but the ball goes out
Oh
wide.
my goodness. Ooh, cuidado.
This is scary.
I don't
Oi.
know. Let me see if I. Uh, and we just gotten started.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, what? And by the way, You have, by the way, hold on. Wait, where you going, Johnny?
And that's good. I'm fixing the antenna because like it's going on and off, and
All
like I'm
right.
trying to get like signal with it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I've been like standing up like constantly to just try to fix it and try to adjust it. Because obviously, well, today this TV is not doing me a favor.
All right, fair enough. Oh, for your TV, right? Is it like an old TV, like from the
Oh
2000s?
no, it's a Samsung 4K TV. Right there, I think I fixed.
Oh yeah, the one. All right, because I kind of yeah, mine is Samsung. It's not 4K. It's like the version before that,
Oh,
but I'm in the one that in my room. Yeah.
right there. I think I fixed it.
All right then.
Right there,
But,
yeah, yeah, I fixed it. I fixed it.
but yeah, you have me subscribed by the way, right?
I believe so. Hold on. Wait, let me see.
Yep, Ananda 2025.
Yeah, let me search you up. Hold on, wait.
I think you do,
Actually, wait, I don't think I do. Let me subscribe to you real quick.
because you shouldn't like because and by the way, like I said, I made the videos. The football clubs with from
Yeah.
last year. Oh, what happened? Why is oh, I thought my signal went off for a sec.
All right, there I subscribe to you.
Yep. And then as you could see, there's the videos that I made generally, especially on Instagram, YouTube. Even though I couldn't find all the data, so I had to guess some of them to be the closest estimate.
Wow.
Yes. And no worries, I'm also gonna do an updated version of the
Uh-huh.
subscribers next year.
Nice and now send the house. Oh, what a poor shot. Deflected off of Cruz Azul's defenders, and now it's Reyes for Sendejas. Israel Reyes back to Sendejas. Hidalgo. What are the chances of Sendejas playing in the Gold Cup of this year?
Wait, what?
What are the chances of Sendejas playing the Gold Cup with
Oh,
USA
photo
this
with
year?
you. Honestly, it depends on who they call up. We'll see with Pochettino. Maybe there's some of a great chance.
Yeah, because for me, it's a crime that Pochettino is not calling up Sendejas. When Sendejas right now, I would even argue that he's in his prime.
His form, yeah. Even though he never went to Europe.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zendejas does turn up, especially against Chivas more than against Cruz Azul, right?
Yeah, against Chivas, he almost always scores the same way. Like they just cross it to him in the box and he just pushes it in.
But Cruz Azul, they're somewhat as well, but not as much.
Yeah.
But more than like other teams. But yeah, honestly, like I said, like if you take away Chivas from Mexico, it wouldn't be a big miss as much at this point.
Yeah, or even Mazatlan. If you remove Mazatlan from the Liga MX, like I don't think it would
Mhm.
cause a huge difference in the Liga MX. The only teams that I would see impacted are Tigres, Rayados, and especially America.
True.
Even though without America, the Liga MX would be absolutely nothing.
It wouldn't be as impressive.
Yeah. Because I would even argue to say that America carries the Liga MX. I believe I said that early in the live stream, but I always repeat that because without Club America, no European teams would even know that the Liga MX exists. Brian Rodriguez is now on the attack. What a terrible crossing. And it's Mir with the ball.
So no, no. But yeah, last time at this stadium, Cruz Azul was declared the home stadium back in August.
Yeah. But
and
I
that
guess like since America is basically playing there now, like they just moved out.
they kicked out Cruz Azul. Funny enough, for one season, and
Yeah.
they got moved into Pumas' house as their neighbors or
Yeah, but let's
roommates.
be honest, Pumas Stadium is not one of the best. I don't think.
It's just
Ay, boy.
it's just an Olympic stadium.
Sí, no te preocupes. Ay, eso no te preocupes. Sí, nomás a ver.
No idea.
A ver. No creo porque tengo que estar en tu. No creo que está. O no tiene nombre en específico. Sí. Hold on, wait. Oh, sí, sí, sí. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sí. Ah, hold on, let me start. Aunque va a aparecer como mi nombre y mi. Pues nada. Sí. Oh, yo le cierro. Alright, there. Alright, I'm back. Your boy's back. I'm like, your boy's back. But yeah,
Yep.
not a lot of people are joining this live
Oh,
stream.
wow.
Come
And
on,
by the way,
get back on the attack, Fidalgo. Pito Sanchez. Sanchez for Fidalgo. Fidalgo on the left to Brian Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to Fidalgo. Fidalgo has option to center, and the ball goes out.
still no. Honestly, they should be 1-0 up,
Yeah.
and they're still
I'm
getting locked up.
expecting goals, bro. Like this derby isn't a derby to just stay nil-nil.
Yeah, because they've been really good. Honestly, this even though no draws is better than Cruz Azul Club America's 0-0. I mean, sorry, America Chivas 0-0s because they
Yeah,
had
because
more
America
chances.
Chivas nil-nils, usually like those aren't as good in my opinion. Like they're
No,
just
no.
two teams just defending one another. And what a bad pass by Davila, and it's intercepted by Cruz Azul, and now intercepted by Israel Reyes. Back to Davila. Davila now for Fidalgo. Fidalgo for Borja. I think what America has to do, at least for next season, is sign another striker.
Yeah,
Because right now Henry Martin is injured, so is Buffalo Aguirre. They're two main strikers. And Davila, he's always been a center mid, or at least a center attack mid. But in this season, they've been putting him as striker. Nice. Sendejas for Eric Sanchez. Eric Sanchez for Sendejas. Sendejas is inside the box. Send the crossing for Eric Sanchez. There's the handball.
Mano?
What? The ref
Oh,
said that it was off the chest and it's the
oh
corner
my
kick for Club
god.
America.
No,
Come
mano
on, I need
called.
to see that. I need to see that.
Oh my.
Yeah, the arm was right by the body.
And then
Oh,
they're gonna be. Oh yeah, that's.
Diego Valdez is being subbed in for Victor Davila, even though Mande,
Pero ponle brillo, mijo, porque yo no lo veo. Si se me quita el brillo, ¿cómo le hago?
Yeah,
no, no, te bajas.
mano.
No, pero es que se me oscurece. ¿Y cómo le hago para que no se me oscurezca?
Oh, nomás presiona así para que no se
Dale,
oh, no, nomás presiona
¿te lo dejo?
algo. Ajá.
Pero a veces que mandar la solicitud. Ahí. Así, ¿verdad?
Ajá.
Y ya, ¿cómo le hago para que me escriban? A ver,
Deja que ya. Deja que ya.
¿estás dentro? ¿Allí?
Ya entraste, sí.
Pero no me dejan.
Oh, no, esto es para mandar.
A ver,
Es
pon,
porque no sé cómo.
ponle que soy fresita.
Ay,
Allí, ya. A ver.
espera. Espera, pusiste credit. Pero déjate lo pongo. Ya.
Pero ya quítalo. Ponle soy fresita.
Ya. Aunque no creo que te vaya.
A ver si me agarran. Porque si me conocen como fresita. No, no, no.
Ya, a ver, a ver. Oh, están en. Ok, sí. A ver.
No, estamos pensando.
Pues quién sabe, no sé cómo.
Que no me dejan. ¿Otra vez?
Oh, ya.
Bájale poquito el volumen que no te campo. A ver, ya me va. ¿Qué le pongo ahí? ¿Aquí? Súbele el volumen, súbele. Así.
All right, there. A long shot and the ball goes out.
Oh my days, bro. Very danger.
All right, Cruz, Azul is making two substitutions.
All right, let me try to grab some water real quick.
All right. But I think this game might end in 0-0. All right, we have one viewer on. Let's go. All right, so Luca Romero is going to be subbed in for Angel
I'm back.
Sepulveda.
Or hold on, I'm not back. Mateo Bogusz is coming on. The Polaco, El Way is coming on, right?
Yeah.
They called him, right?
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on that Polish guy before I grab my water?
I mean, I don't really know much of his career, so I can't really give like my opinion on him.
Well, yeah, he's the Bolaco. They picked him up from LAFC. He was supposed to join the Premier League, but Leeds, they didn't trust him, and Leeds got relegated, and LAFC took advantage. And we all know LAFC's a quick stop for Liga MX teams to buy because of the Mexican population, right? Yeah.
Nice, Sendejas. What a good play by Sendejas. Sendejas plays on the left to Brian Rodriguez. Brian Rodriguez now for Borja. Borja sent in a cross, and it's recovered by Cruz Azul. Still nil. Yeah, America's in need of a striker. Or they could just call up a striker from the sub 23. Fidalgo now. Through ball for Brian Rodriguez. America's on the attack. Brian Rodriguez looks for crossing. There was absolutely nobody, and it's recovered by Cruz Azul. And it's recovered again by Club America. Fidalgo. Face to the right with Israel Reyes. Reyes for Sendejas. Sendejas for Eric Sanchez. Sanchez looks to run with the ball. Recovered by Cruz Azul. Kevin Mier. Long pass. Momentarily recovered by America, but now it's Cruz Azul trying to attack. Here goes Bogus. And America's playing on. Diego Valdez. Valdez to the left with Brian Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays back for Alvaro Fidalgo. Fidalgo. Back to Israel Reyes. Reyes for Alejandro Sendejas. Sendejas. Looking for a pass to Eric Sanchez. Intercepted by Cruz Azul. And Cruz Azul's looking to attack. Beautiful slide tackle by Ramon Juarez. Honestly, I don't know what we would be without Ramon Juarez. And there's a throw in favor of Cruz Azul. And there's a yellow card for Bogus.
Mateo Bogusz gets booked already. He's getting yellow
Yeah,
card. El
yeah.
Polaco.
And it was quite a dirty foul, too. But America was playing on with it.
Yeah, they're still locking up the attackers. But Mateo Bogusz with Christian Boja, right?
No, it was to Cáceres.
I I see. Because I see El Polaco is trying to tie the Uruguay show in that harsh
Yeah,
tackle, right?
yeah. And now Borja's on the attack with Fidalgo.
I
Fidalgo
don't
for
know.
Brian Rodriguez.
And then
Rodriguez
Poland and
for
Uruguay don't
Gianmarco Santos. Huh?
Poland and Uruguay don't even have a rivalry. It's just for this rivalry because they know the deal.
Yeah.
Honestly, why is Classico
Well,
Hoban
cross
not?
in for Valdez and Kevin Muir with the ball in his hands.
Oh my goodness, But
69 minutes, America and Cruz Azul are still nil-nil. I expect I expected a 1-0 lead from either team in the first half, but
I thought they would have.
it's been a very close game. Although I still stand
Oh
by
my
my
goodness,
statement that
bro.
America has been more dominant in the second half, just that they need to be conclusive.
They gotta be clinical now.
Yeah, now Diego Valdez, good pass for Fidel, go intercepted by Cruz Azul.
Still struggling 0-0. Why are they still struggling 0-0?
I mean, this is Cruz Azul we're talking about. Fidalgo! No, Kevin Mir with the
Oh,
save. Kevin Mir with the
oh
save.
my god,
And
what a
Eric
save.
Sanchez lets it out for a corner kick.
Que buen,
Fidalgo sold. He sold.
que buen parado del portero, right? That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, it was a one-on-one against the
Kevin
goalkeeper.
Muir, bro, the Colombian, bro. That's why Arriba Colombia as well. Honestly, why? Honestly, what's that guy's name? That manager for Colombia, Di Lorenzo. He's
Uh-huh.
Italian and Argentinian with Italian blood. Why doesn't he trust Kevin Muir to be the
I
Colombia
mean,
starting keeper?
Camilo Vargas has been Colombia's goalkeeper for who knows how long.
Honestly, they should give Kevin Muir a chance, in my
And
opinion.
now
Cause look at how many
Borjas with the
saves,
cross
bro.
in. Header? No way!
Oh my! Did
Come
another
on,
big save,
Juarez just failed a header.
or they missed the opportunities to get a shot on target?
But I believe he was offside.
Ah,
Yeah, he was offside.
oh, it was
So even
offside.
if he scored that, it wouldn't have counted. But what a poor header. And Jardine, please don't ever sub in Nestor Araujo ever again. Let this be his last season.
His last season, just like Lucas Vasquez at Madrid, kind of, right?
Yeah. And now America's back on the attack. This is the America that I want to
The
see. Diego
pressure's on.
Valdez shoots.
The
And it's
pressure's on.
yeah, America's finally attacking. Come on. Brian Rodriguez.
Looking to score their first goal
And
from
that's a
open
foul.
play.
And it's a free kick in favor of Club America.
Volta, free kick for America.
Okay, I'm trusting Diego Valdez or Brian Rodriguez to shoot that free kick.
Oh, we need a banger, please. Por favor, hecho. So, fue falta fuera de área, right? Because they know they wouldn't let him score Why? Because they're getting locked up. Or they're getting
Diego
pressured, I
Valdez
mean.
is going to shoot the free kick. I'm trusting him with this shot. I think he might send in a cross, but I would honestly just risk the shot. It's in a comfortable position for Diego Valdez.
And do not do the ridiculous fact.
Or Borja might cross it too. Ref's going to blow the whistle. Come on, Diego. Shoot it!
Really?
Oi! Off the
Oh,
barrera, and what a terrible volley by Sendejas. Oh, wait, but it's recovered again by America. Here goes Diego Valdez. A good crossing on Kevin Muir with the ball in his hands.
another stopped. Oh. Uh,
But I like that America is being more aggressive. That's exactly what they need. They need to be aggressive.
they need to score from open play. But yeah, Kevin Muir deserves a chance for Colombia.
True.
Why not?
Because if Colombia doesn't take advantage of calling him up, I think Mexico could call him up too. Because
Yeah, if
right
they
now,
want
I
to.
would argue that him and Malagon are the best goalkeepers of this league, at least as of right now.
I agree, bro. I 100% agree. They're just as good as each other.
Both have gone, both have gotten their teams into finals.
But yeah, still no the Mexico City derby. Sadly,
Yeah, but America has to win this match.
I wouldn't mind if they scumbag did as long as it's in the right way.
Yeah, as long as America maintains the aggressiveness, then we should be fine. But I know that Cruz Azul right now, all they're playing is just counterattack. They're just playing
Defense,
to
they're
let
feeling
America attack. That way, whenever they recover the ball, they're able to make a counterattack.
a counterattack. Yeah, instead of going full strength, because some teams love going full strength, like Barcelona's high pressing with the high line because of
Yeah.
Flick. But some teams they yeah
No,
they don't
no,
run.
uy,
Oh,
Maramon! Uy.
oh my goodness, bro! You're
Oh,
right.
shit.
If it wasn't for these goalkeepers, we would have good bangers. This game should be 2-2 or 3-3. If it wasn't for Maladon or Kevin Muir, quality, bro. Honestly, should Maladon should he have a European move?
I mean, my
Should
dad
he?
and I have talked about this a lot, but he said that Malagon's a little too short for like European goalkeeper standards. But I would love to see him play in a big club in Europe. I mean, if Dibu Martinez out of nowhere can play in like Aston Villa and still be an amazing goalkeeper with Argentina, then there's no doubt Malagon can do the same.
Yeah, and who do you think the club should like? But yeah, and they need to address the new leagues in Europe.
Yeah.
And then the clubs that need goalkeepers, well, Manchester United. Do you think he could like be better than Onana? Can he handle the pressure of the Prem?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he's handled. I mean, he's handled the pressure of being a goalkeeper for Club America. I think he can handle the pressure being the goalkeeper for Man United.
Yeah, in the Prem, and because the Prem, the balls they move super fast.
No hate to Santos or anything, but I never saw Carlos Acevedo as the next Memo Ochoa, even when they were talking so highly of him.
Hmm. But yeah, as long as they do not make a mistake. And my response: do not do the ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
and
I,
the Americans recover the ball now. Here goes Fidalgo. Fidalgo now, trying to attack. Fidalgo
and
plays back for Christian Borja. Borja now, striking with Diego Valdez. Valdez plays back for Jonathan Dos Santos. Dos Santos for
no,
Brian
this is
Rodriguez. Dos
ridiculous.
Santos. Fidalgo. Brian Rodriguez. Christian Borja.
Do not
Borja
do the
decides to play
ridiculous.
back for Fidalgo. Fidalgo now with Ramon Juarez. I would even argue to say that Juarez is our best defense right now.
And he's been good.
Nice Tandejas. America has to open up spaces so that they can play long ball as well. Because right now, Cruz Azul, they're playing really tight. They're closing up spaces.
They're locking up the attackers, right? Can you say
Yeah.
locking up?
If Richard Sanchez was right there, he would have just been doing long shots, which is what America has to start doing in this game. Because if you notice, Necaxa, when they play home against America, they always play, they lock them up. And that's when America has to be playing for long shots.
I'm not surprised they still haven't broke down the goal. Because it's
Yeah,
like the no draw back nearly 2 weeks ago now. In
yeah.
the first leg in part one. Sadly, it ended 0-0, and look at how well they played, but they just wanted to settle. Toluca is going to be happy with this result.
Yeah, but I mean, Toluca, they've had this is one of their best seasons of all time.
Yeah, and despite you know,
They've
not
had two very solid seasons. Like this season and the previous season, they've been pretty good. And Cáceres, I don't think he's going to be able to play anymore. He's down. As long as they don't sub in Nestor Araujo, then we're good. Oh, let's go. Kevin Alvarez is going to be subbed in. My GOAT, Kevin
nice.
Alvarez. I'm kidding. He's not my GOAT. Well, he could be actually. Hold on. Because he's been a difference maker. But who would you say is Club America's best player right now, currently?
Well, obviously the attack. Well, obviously the best, or obviously Ramon Juarez. In my opinion, the defense slightly more
Oh,
but in
yeah.
terms of attack, well, of course, a couple chances for Hidalgo and Diego Valdez.
Oh, yeah, Fidalgo. I don't think Fidalgo has ever had a bad season with Club America.
No,
Even though
he actually
Alvaro Morales, like, he criticizes Fidalgo, which I don't understand why. I feel like Fidalgo has done everything right in Club America. And now Diego Valdez for Brian Rodriguez. Brian Rodriguez is on the attack. Come on, Brian. Diego, you have options. Deflected by Cruz Azul.
and it's 10 o'clock now. The
Yeah,
rivalry is ending soon, right?
yeah. 81 minutes, 22 seconds. Still nil-nil, but America's being more aggressive. And now Fidalgo for Sendejas. Sendejas plays back for Israel Reyes. I just noticed how tall Israel Reyes really is. So America's making two defensive substitutions. Jonathan Dos Santos is going to be subbed out for Kevin Alvarez, and then I believe Brian Rodriguez is going to be subbed out for Chicote Calderon.
Fair
So I
enough.
think I think they might move Borja up to the attack so that he could be a winger. No wait, Cáceres got subbed out. No wait, yeah. Alright, so Jonathan Dos Santos got subbed in for Kevin Alvarez, while Cáceres got subbed out for Chicote Calderon. So I'm predicting that now America's playing with the 5-3-2 or 5-4-1. Good cross and header, and the ball goes out. I'm starting to think this is going to end 0-0.
Which is really annoying.
It
Like
sure is.
they don't make mistakes. Like we haven't seen an own goal between those two in a while.
True. I don't think there's ever been an own goal between America and Cruz Azul, so I could be wrong. Oh yeah, back in 2013 when it was the final, one of my favorite finals of
Oh
all time,
yeah.
by the way,
Oh
when
yeah.
Moises Munoz headed the ball and it deflected off uh defender's goal. I mean a defender's foot, and America equalized. Literally, like in the last 5 minutes, Cruz Azul were already celebrating, and America scored two goals. If you haven't seen that final, I recommend you watch it because that final
Yeah,
was
because I was young. I was super young. And like
yeah,
thought I wrote once, but yeah. It's definitely worth a try. I must. Especially the repetition, like 10 years later.
yeah.
Even though it's
On
two
Thursday,
one.
Manchester United versus Lyon in the second leg. I want Man United to win that match.
Yeah, a
They're
must
playing at
win for
Old
United.
Trafford.
And United will most likely play Bilbao.
Yeah. But I still don't understand why Harry Maguire's still in Man United.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know if this will be a Mister. I don't know if it's a United problem, the Glazers, because definitely not Ruben Amrin, since they brought him into the middle of the season to fire Mister Seven Hog.
Yeah. Even though for me, Ten Hag will probably go down in history as one of the, if not the worst, um,
Manager.
head coaches in Manchester United history. Because I take no, his first season with Manchester United was solid. I believe he
Oh,
ended in
good.
top four.
They finished in third and won the
I,
Carabao Cup and almost won the FA Cup. Even though, can I tell you something? In that
yeah,
FA Cup, they didn't even score from open play. It was a penalty kick, Bruno Fernandez, and they still lost 2-1. Man City did score,
I
or
remember that back in 2023, I believe.
yeah, June 2023. Even though Man City made it 3-1, but it was the goal was chopped off because offside.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
yeah,
remember that match.
yep.
But there are times where a team only wins a match because of a penalty.
Huh?
Nice Fidalgo. Our Chicote leave it for Malagon.
Honestly, you know what? I have this feeling.
Nice. Come on, attack. Nice. Come on, Borja. Don't slip. Oh, he slipped, but he recovered the ball. Diego Valdez. Diego Valdez for Kevin Albert. No? He faked it, and it's Ben Rodriguez now for Kevin Albert. Come on, Kevin. Come on, Kevin. For Brian Rodriguez. Brian Rodriguez attempts a shot. And now it's deflected. Here goes Sendejas. Sendejas for Borja. No, he didn't get there.
Like, are they taking this game seriously at this point? It's the exact same
I mean,
storyline.
America. I know America's taking this match seriously. Cruz
They
Azul
are,
is
but
just
Cruz
defending
Azul
at
as
this
well.
point.
They've always this is just like the part one. It was at Club America's home.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they still played well, but it's just they just want to lock up each other.
An own goal. No! I thought that was an own goal for a sec. I thought
It
it was
went
an
in.
own goal by Cruz Azul, but it resulted to being a corner kick.
Oh my goodness! I should have gone in, and they when
Bro,
they
no way. It just hit the net. I thought it actually went in, but this might cost Cruz Azul the game. This might actually cost Cruz Azul the game. Crossing by Brian Rodriguez. Oh, all right, Chiquito Sanchez.
oh my goodness,
Come
and
on, Sanchez. Take advantage. He goes
take
for a cross
advantage.
and deflects it off Cruz Azul. And Cruz
Um,
Azul is just sending the ball far.
oh my goodness, bro. Are they even gonna try to score from open play at this point? Are they gonna take advantage?
And now it's Cruz Azul with the ball. No! No! No!
Oh,
Run!
it's
Run my
in!
God! Oh my goodness!
Or they made a big save.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Let me see.
And now America's on the counter attack. This match is
Oh
finally getting
my
good.
goodness, bro. They're playing well. They're just locking up each other up.
Yeah,
They just don't want to concede
yeah.
because we all know in their next games when they play somebody else, they're definitely going to
Come on!
go out there and
Send
win.
that. That's a foul. Ref says there's no foul. And now Chicote Calderon for Brian Rodriguez. Cruz Azul looks a little tired. America has to take advantage of that.
But time is running out.
It is. Come
And Cruz
on.
Azul
Come
might
on.
just
What a play by Fidalgo. Come on.
come on.
Fidalgo. Why are you locking in?
Oh my goodness.
America's
Honestly,
dominating. Brent Rodriguez now. For Ramon
honestly,
Juarez. Ramon Juarez for his Brent Reyes, I believe. Now Kevin Alvarez for Diego Valdez. Valdez back to Alvarez. Alvarez can cross. Alvarez can cross. Alvarez, you can cross.
cause.
For Borja with the header. No. No way.
Oh my god.
What a bad volley and the ball goes over.
Jesus, so many missed chances, bro. It's just getting disappointing.
Both have had terrible misses, bro. Woo!
They continue to lock up the attackers. Oh my goodness, bro.
America
Honestly,
sends the ball far. Chicote Calderon. They're
a
adding
little.
only 3 minutes.
You
All right, so
kidding
this is
me?
sudden death, basically. Come on, Brian. America has
Honestly,
to take
there should
advantage
be
of these
five.
three
Honestly,
minutes.
there should be five. Why three? Why just three? Come on.
I think we should go with the 30. And the fans are rating this match a 4 out of 10. That's crazy.
Yeah, because there's no goals. I mean, I think teams did play well, but they just want to lock up each other.
Yeah,
It's similar to the Man City Arsenal 0-0 draw last year.
yeah.
I think, yeah, because of how competitive. But they just couldn't score because defensively they lock up each other. Yes, 99% is gonna end a 0-0 draw again. Damn it! Not taking those opportunities.
That's
Honestly,
real.
I don't mind who wins. Okay, if Jamaica wins 1-0, fair enough.
And now Borja. Cruz Azul is just locking up America in these points and now
They're going
the draw
everywhere. Like
in
you
favor
can't
of
go
Cruz Azul.
anywhere. And then once the game ends,
And 15 seconds left.
honestly, once the game ends, bro, um, once the game
With
ends,
this,
are
uh-huh.
you gonna are you gonna talk about the stats
Yeah,
and then you'll end the stream?
yeah,
Even the Monterrey derby, there was a little bit more. Because Tigers
true.
came back in America, and they added on 10 minutes in that game. But
Throwing in favor of Cruz Azul, and there are 40 seconds left into the match.
Toluca will be the biggest winners this weekend. Toluca, they'll never give up.
Yeah. And right now, I'm also going to check on who Toluca's last two rivals are.
Obviously, Cruz Azul and somebody. This is gonna end no no. For fuck's
I
sake.
don't think so. America could lock in these last few seconds. That's what they need.
Disappointed, bro. Oh my god. Toluca, they also have
Right? Blow the whistle, and it is full time. Club America
funny.
nil, Cruz Azul nil. The only thing that can bring America up from Toluca is if Toluca draws with Cruz Azul, but America beats Rayados. That's all America needs.
Absolute stinker and hooked. I mean, I wouldn't say stinker and hook, but disappointing.
Yeah, but hey, at least it was a fun nil-nil though.
But this is the second time. Like, honestly, there should have been a goal.
True. All right, so the
Check.
stats are here. Hold on, wait. I think mob. No, hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Let me check.
Yeah, I forgot to turn on the cam, but that's fine. I'll do the next one, hopefully. But
All right. So America dominated more ball possession with a 62% compared to Cruz Azul, who dominated with a 38%. America had 14 total shots, nil on. No, wait. I was about to say no on target. No. And Cruz Azul has had 10 total shots. Big chances. Cruz Azul had one big chance. America had no big chances. Hold on, wait. Here are the stats. All right. Club America had 14 shots, only two of them on target. Cruz Azul had 10 shots, two on target. America has had 503 accurate passes, which is a 90%. Cruz Azul had 281 accurate passes with a 79%. Both committed 8 fouls. America had 9 corners, and Cruz Azul didn't have a single corner.
oh, that's crazy. So
Yeah,
you would say slightly better America, but not much. It feels like equal. Oh
yeah,
my
it
god.
was a more equal game.
And then people are gonna say it won't be as hyped as much now. And
Yeah,
like, listen, I like Clásico Joven more than Clásico Nacional.
and with Tigres' victory, they are in the top four above Cruz Azul.
Yeah, because of their win against Monterrey, which at least had goals. And yeah, they
Yeah,
came back. Monterrey fumbled in.
yeah,
They couldn't hold on.
yeah. But other than that, it was a pretty solid game.
Yeah,
So Santos is back all the way in
honestly, in
last
my
place.
opinion, I'm convinced. Listen, bro, I'm convinced that Monterrey is going to get something out of against America. I'm convinced. And then Sergio Canales is expected to be back. Sergio Ramos, he didn't got sent off today. But even though Monterrey has two players off because they got sent off, they went down to 9 man,
Yeah, but Toluca has it easy in their next match. It's against Atletico San Luis.
who are out and dead anyways, who are probably
They
going
are
to
they are absolutely gonna destroy Atletico de San Luis.
they're absolutely going to do it. And San Luis,
Leon has Cruz Azul, which will be a pretty interesting match. I'm not gonna lie. Mazatlan Tijuana. I want Mazatlan to win that. Chivas Puebla. I think Chivas might pull out a draw against Puebla. Atlas Santos. No wait. Atlas Querétaro. Worst match of the week in my opinion. I could be wrong. And then Puebla. Oh wait, I already said Puebla Chivas.
yeah. Oh my goodness. So yeah, no draw. So but who does America have on the last day? Oh yeah, Mazatlan. Let me
Yeah,
see.
that's gonna be pretty easy. So as long as America beats Monterrey and beats Mazatlan, as long as Toluca beats Atlético de San Luis. However, if they draw with Cruz Azul, then America should be in a good spot as long as let me see how many goals are America ahead of Toluca.
Because can I say this,
Oh yeah,
America?
by two. So if let's say America wins 1-0, but Toluca absolutely destroys San Luis with like a 5-1, Toluca maintains their status.
All right, then. And then all right, that's gonna be a 4 o'clock kickoff. Are you doing that watch along America Mazatlan last day?
I plan on doing it. Like if I don't have another live stream, like if I don't have
Saturday.
an idea of what to live stream about, I'ma definitely do that.
Saturday 4 p.m.
Yeah.
All right
But yeah,
then.
I think I'll do that.
And by the way, before you're are you about to end the stream?
Yeah, I'm about to give my goodbyes.
Because before you do that, real quick, if you want, you could also. I also have another channel. Um,
Uh-huh.
yes. If you want to know about Brazilian football, you can subscribe to me at that. It's Adam.2024 English Football. I did, the watch along for Palmeiras Corinthians.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to know Brazilian football, and if you want to, I could even invite you if you want to join one of the streams
All right, I'll
eventually.
be down to do so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you can subscribe to my channel. I put in
Yeah,
my
guys.
second channel features.
Yeah, guys, and if y'all want to watch more soccer related content, please make sure to subscribe and check out Adam Dad 2025's content. He's a content creator who does reviews on soccer matches. He also does live watch alongs. Well, not technically watch alongs because he can't show y'all the games specifically because of copyright issues.
Yeah, and then I
The
guess
yeah,
music.
if you're a huge soccer fan, please make sure to check him out. Subscribe to him if you want to. He's
Yeah,
currently at 7,000 subs, which is crazy.
yep, so much, and like I don't even get a lot of views, but somehow I got 7K. Like they're real. But yeah,
Yeah, but that takes a lot of hard work and
yeah,
determination.
because I've been working here for 5 years. Well, 6 years, but I didn't start YouTube until a year after I created that account
Yeah.
independently myself. So yeah, like I said, guys, not only bring up the likes. I'm. Hopefully, you guys are aware that next week, not next week, sorry, I'm making the end of the season video for the Premier League, La Liga, those bar chart videos, as you see, Johnny. I even made. Hey, by the way, Johnny, I made a top 10 football clubs with the most Instagram followers in the Americas. I made 3 weeks ago. A
Oh
minute
yeah,
ago,
I think I just saw it pop up here on my YouTube. Yeah. Oh
I met.
no. Your most
Yeah.
recent video, I believe, is the problems in football 2025.
Oh, that's my live streams. Yes, I discuss about mostly the corrupt ownership, but I'm talking about mostly in England, kind
Yeah.
of.
But I like the way that you make your thumbnails though. They look pretty
Yeah,
cool.
and I'm still gonna try to do as much as I can. I'm doing the end of the season. No, no worries.
Yeah,
I
because what I usually do for my thumbnails is like I find like images online, but I just organize it.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah. So big up to everyone. I'm gonna go right now. I definitely need to do stuff. So big up to everyone. Have a nice night. Saludos.
You too, Adam. Thank you so much for being part of this live stream. Well, guys, I hope you all take care, stay happy, stay healthy, be the best person you can be. Spread positivity to all those around you. The world needs it now more than ever. This is your boy, Johnny, and just like Adam, I'm out. Adios, amigos! Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. All right, this is your boy, Johnny, and I'm out. Adios, amigos!